I didn't like the way you and your boys were disrespecting me last night. I just wanted to let you know that you better think twice again before you disrespect me, cause honestly, I've done things that you and your boys would never do. All right. So just know that you're all pussy. You know, I go harder than anyone I know, much less anyone that you know, okay?
Fuck me if the shit isn't getting real. Seriously, what the fuck? Okay, so me and my buddy decide to go get lunch one day, and we go to this local restaurant, and as usual, I take a seat in the corner towards the back. It's actually, my back is against the exit route. It's emergency exit. It's not like someone's gonna come in that door. It's only exit only, and there's 2 bathrooms there. So I like to sit there because I have a clear shot of the front door. I can see who's coming, who's going, and I've got like really good vision of the entire restaurant at that point. The only thing I can't see is basically one table. There's like a private table, and then of course the kitchen. I can't see inside the kitchen, but the rest of the restaurant, the bar, everything is well within my visual acuity. Anyway, so we're just sitting there, we're bullshitting, we're talking, we're having some margaritas and shit, and like someone walks in, that's fine, you know, I notice them come in, and then they, you know, I guess they go to use the bathroom or whatever. This dude flips the fuck out at me, and he's like, dude, what the fuck are you looking at? Now, it wasn't like I was just fucking singling him out or some shit. I was just watching the front door. You know, the front door opened. It was like maybe 12:30 in the afternoon, so a lot of light came in because the restaurant's kind of dark. And I saw him and a female come in, and they made a beeline to the restroom, and that's not a big deal, you know? But I did notice, and apparently that was really upsetting to this motherfucker. His girlfriend or sister or wife, I don't know. I don't know how they're related. I don't really care. She hands him her purse, and then she proceeds to go to the restroom. Alright, so this motherfucker, who was just bowing up to me, is now standing there holding his bitch's purse while she goes to the restroom. And this goes on for like 2 to 3 minutes. He just stands there in fucking silence. He doesn't say shit to me, and I'm like literally 8 feet away from this motherfucker. So his girl comes out, she takes her purse back, and they go to leave. Anyways, at this point, this dude starts up again. He's like, he's got guns, he's got knives, and he's definitely ready to fight me. And I'm like, dude, I don't want no trouble. And his girlfriend pushes him away, and she's like, let's just leave, let's just go. I don't want you to get arrested, let's go. And so they left.
Just respect me. I'll come up there, probably flash my guns around a little bit. I'll go, ooh, dude, my mom's gonna kill me. Oh my God.
Well, shit. Basically, it's fucking Saturday, and here I am at the most lethal trap house studio in fucking Palmdale, the shittiest city that's ever existed, and makes me want to put a gun to my head. But whatever, that's not what we're talking about. Today we're talking about those motherfuckers that are ham. You know, ham. Hard-ass motherfuckers. The dudes that you should not, under any circumstances, fuck with.
Cause I'ma keep it G real. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz.
So one of the things you will notice about these guys, these hard-ass motherfuckers, is that they're, for some reason, completely compelled to tell you what an ultimate badass they are.
Check it out. I am the ultimate badass. Yeah. You do not want to fuck with me. Independently targeting particle beam phalanx. What? Fry half the city with this puppy. We got tactical smart missiles, phase plasma pulse rifles, RPGs. We got sonic electronic ball breakers. We got nukes. We got knives, sharp sticks. Hey Ripley, don't worry. Me and my squad of ultimate badasses will protect you.
So I went to my buddy's house the other week, and, you know, I was just hanging out, drinking a couple of beers with him and shit. And I guess his wife's friend came over, and she brought along with her her husband. Not a big deal, you know what? I'm kind of a social butterfly. I'm willing to meet anyone and talk to them. So I meet this guy, and, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I immediately began profiling him, you know. I know that sounds horrible. Most lethal. What do you mean? You profile people? Yeah, motherfucker, I do. I look at the person, I see how they're dressed, I listen to how they talk, and I come to a conclusion about whether or not that person's a threat. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible human. So I'm checking this dude out, and, you know, he's pushing 300, 350. He looks nothing like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Commando. Instead, he's more like a tubby fat fuck with tattoos all up and down his neck and all over his arms and shit. He's got these huge fucking gauges in his ears. And of course, you know, he's got his vaporizer because that's what everyone's doing these days, I guess. They vape because, you know, they don't smoke. So within 5 minutes of meeting this dude, he asked us a question. He's like, hey, do you guys play paintball? Fuck yeah, I play some paintball. I love playing paintball. Paintball is fucking awesome. And I shit you not, just like that, the very next sentence to come out of his mouth is that he does not play paintball. He plays airsoft because airsoft is way more hardcore. In fact, he didn't even stop there. He continues to describe how much more hardcore airsoft is. It turned out the whole reason he preferred airsoft over paintball was A, it's more hardcore, and B, it hurt a hell of a lot more. I was actually shocked by this. I was like, wow, airsoft hurts more because paintball leaves golf ball sized bruises all over your body. That's not a joke. It really does. And I've been shot with an airsoft gun and it didn't do that. But this guy insisted that airsoft was by far more hardcore. And here's the thing, I didn't want to argue with him, so I didn't say shit. What is there to say? Really, I'm gonna have an argument with this guy over airsoft versus paintball. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. So this man, he continues to explain how he, on the regular, plays airsoft with Army Rangers, Green Berets, and Navy SEALs, and he fucks them up. Well, shit, I'm fucking impressed. So the conversation turns, and this guy goes into a story about how he and his wife went out, and I guess someone disrespected her, and he wasn't gonna have it, and he was gonna get into this fight with this person, but the person left because they're a pussy. I wasn't really paying too much attention anymore until he asked me this question. He literally looked at me and asked me, had I ever deployed? I guess it's because I was wearing like an Army PT shirt probably, because, you know, I was a soldier. I'm always going to be a soldier, and I'm always going to represent the fucking Army. I love the goddamn United States Army. So basically, he asked me if I had ever deployed, and I said yes. You know, I spent almost 2 years downrange. And just like that, he goes off and he says this. He says, well, if you ever went to Iraq, and if you were ever scared, you're a fucking pussy. Now here's the thing, I don't know this dude. I just met him. Like, I've only known him for like 45 minutes, and he's already telling me that I'm a pussy. Because I'll admit it, I was scared for my life when I was in Iraq. I was definitely fucking scared. People were getting killed. The shit was going down. But because I don't know this man, I had to ask him, were you in the military? Because for all I know, maybe he was in the military. Maybe he was on fucking Delta Force or some shit. And, you know, he's fucking actually the hardest dude I've ever met in my life. I don't know. So I asked him, dude, were you in the military? And, interestingly enough, I've heard this before, and I've never heard a civilian actually say this shit. But he actually said this. I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. This is 100% fucking legit. He looks at me and he says, well, I thought about joining and going special forces. But if a drill sergeant ever yelled at me, I'd fuck him up. Well, what do you say to something like this? Seriously, what can I say? Like, this man, this tubby motherfucker, just told me that I'm a fucking pussy because I went to war where there was real bombs in the street, real bullets being shot at us, real mortars falling from the sky, and real suicide bombers. And he told me that I'm a fucking pussy because I was scared for my life, even once. That's fine. I admitted it. I told him, hey, look, dude, I'm a fucking pussy. I'll fucking wear that shit like a badge of fucking honor. Because at the end of the day, this dude stayed home. He stayed fucking home. I enlisted specifically to go to war. This guy stayed home because he couldn't handle a drill sergeant yelling at him. But being 7,000 miles from the firefight makes him the hardest fucker that ever lived. Well, I want to say thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, please subscribe. I would appreciate the shit out of you if you do. But if you didn't like the video, just give it a thumbs down. Tell me the video is bullshit and you don't like it. I'm good with that. Anyways, I have a shit ton of stories I can tell about Iraq and about all kinds of shit, actually. You'd be surprised. Anyways, I'm still working on the video called My Awesome Army Experience. I hope to have that out pretty soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.